Good morning, folks. Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn here. Yes, Jennifer E. Strawn, DBA LDAMS, LDAMS, the acronym for my firm. Again, I'm live today, this morning, thank God. Hallelujah. I'm praising the Lord and doing the Lord's work, God's work. And today is not yesterday's date, no. Today is a different day, March 7th, 2025. Friday, March 7th, 2025. So hooray for the weekend. Those of us, many of us who work, the one percenters, as the small amount of people who work are happy and elated and thankful for the weekends. I do, however, work some hours on the weekends, but I am still thankful of the fact is I'm alive and doing my works and practicing and perfecting my business and my craft and how I work and where I work within the fields in which I work, FIELDS, work areas of concentration. So let me just remind everyone I'm a paralegal, legal assistant, legal technician, notary. I have a minor in business administration, sales and marketing and advertising. So I do also provide marketing services, advertising services, business consultancy services, and multi services. And I have a department, a special department in my multi services firm. I have now gotten back on track with my boutique department. So my boutique is reopened and returned as online boutique as named Big as This. So my comprehensive website is LDAMS, LDAMS dash bigasthis.com. And all of this information, my website and phone numbers and email is in my bio. So today is March 7th, Friday. Happy Friday. How's everyone? How is everybody doing? How are you all doing? The F you are. remember I spoke about and asked, it's a rhetorical question. I wasn't expecting to hear any ounce of truth from liars and the bunch of negatives, but I am certain the F you are. How are you all? What are you all doing? It's a rhetorical question, and I'm going to answer as sarcastic in my own rhetoric. How are you all doing, and how are you all, and what are you all? The F you are, the F you do, the F you do, the F you are. Don't you all know it already? It's a jingle in my head, and it gets stuck. It seems to have gotten stuck in its on its way in my head. It's a junkie, and I described it yesterday so eloquently. And those that are in the that fit the description would have hated me even more yesterday and last night and today now, because I speak it the truth. I am the truth. I am Jennifer E. Strawn, and no amount of darkness that have tried to be as junky as ever to be in my head have have thoughts of infiltrating my brain, as they were badly trained. Birthed in America or not, what they did and what they have going on with their lives and the lives that they are creating, they're being badly trained. I described it yesterday again. I'm going to repeat it here again today, how I described it in my own eloquency. Flavored with some sarcasm and rhetoric. It's as a horse leading as the birthers leading their horses and kids and goats and sheep and horses to water, but you have it. You have your kids, your goat, your sheep, your horses, but you can't make it think. And so similarly, when it comes to getting to Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn brain and body and premises and intellectual property, it can't make Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn think about it in a manner, in a way in which it wants or it seems to need for somebody else to do its thinking for it. And this is why people charge for services. Lawyers charge for services. Doctors charge for services. Nurses who have own practices charge for services. So why would they think that they can keep milking any person who they intentionally, habitually, seeming to want to, for the life in the person's life, get into the person's life and keep having their cake, their horses that they can't make think, but they seem to want to walk off with Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn brain in their own bodies. Now, who are you? I'm asking the question again. So then, therefore, then, who are you? Who are you? Who are these people? A comedian once asked, an American comedian. Ask about it. Who are these people? And Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn so eloquently, sarcastically, rhetorically said, whenever these people try and say anything, or the sounds of tales and narratives and lies come from the voices I hear in my own two ears, I say, the F you are. The F you are. And they've now found themselves online and spieling. And don't ask me how to spell spiel. I just know they have their own spiel. Spiel, meal, believe it or not. But I've also done my math, and I know my television is on and I'm seeing things. I see when C sees something, don't believe everything you see. And when I hear voices in my own two ARS, don't believe everything I hear. And therein lies their what? They haven't passed their intercourse. They haven't passed it. They haven't passed the mark because it's unbelievable. Could you believe that? Can you believe any of the things your targeters, my targeters, yes, they came in, they were directed and encouraged. And those that encouraged them did very badly by those kids when they came in, I might mention. And it's no wrongdoing of Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn, no parts of it. And Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn is certainly not their blossomed flower or caterpillar, now a butterfly. Or any no any sort of analogy would not be connected to them and Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn, except in a negative connotation. Except when it's negative, because they are the attackers and targeters of Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn name, life, and business. So those are not content creators, therefore. I've since decided they are discontented junkie creators. I've since renamed them and relabeled them. They are labeled, I mentioned, and I'm mentioning here online on this podcast, this live, my live for today, March 7, 2025. They are labeled. They are labels. They say, a lot of people have said in the past, I've heard people say, don't label people, don't. Oh, but they must be labeled. Actually, they can't hide from who they are, what they're doing, what they have done, what they consistently breed negativity and direct it to do the wrong. So they are labeled. They have labels on them. And they are forever labeled as the attackers and the targeters and the domestic terrorism that has been targeting Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn name, life, and business. And And they are failed by the very same quote unquote subject. So I, Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan, fail them. They are failed in this studying this subject. If I am a subject, as if I'm a subject. They have studied and concentrated against Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan, as if to say the subject they're studying is so hard. Meanwhile, there's something underlying that they have. The walls of their businesses is much more than the person who they're concentrated their beliefs against. So they've failed and are doomed to fail again. If it's up to me, and it's down and in and out and about who? Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan? And attached to what? Huh? What? You all say what? You all say what? Voices says what? The F you are. You're all failed and doomed to fail, but the very quote unquote subject they concentrated against and target with terrorism, wherever terrorism breeds itself. And that's a population, my nostril, as big as my nostril is on my face and my entity, I couldn't fit that bill. So ask them, who are you? Who are you all? The F you are. Well, I know already. The F you are. What do you all do? The F you do. The F you do. Yeah. Who are you? And what do you do? The F you do. The F you are. Sadly, the F you are. The F you do. Don't know and don't do. You are the F you are, the F you do. That don't know and don't do. And sadly enough, there you all still are. There you all have it. It's your weight. It's your weight in, is it gold? 35 years, trillions of money, laden with problems and troubles because you've guided your very own skin and flesh into doomdom. When I was growing up and coming up in my own life and the age and time which I am now, late in my life, this is not earlier years, this is still my life. The person who is in his 90s or 80s or 70s, someone might be thinking, oh, you're just, but however, I am in my own shoes. My journey is not the same, and my reflection of my life compared to what's coming up that's been attacking me, so I have, is a line. It's a line of demarcation, and they must take that makeup off and talk to me. Don't talk about me. Don't bad talk me all over the internet, off the internet, in America, out of America, out there you are. Trying in my brains and walking off as if you're Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan. Now I explained and showed you all how tacky, not just tacky, how plagiaristic, fraud, committing fraud, plagiarism, committing fraud, and a whole crime of theft of intellectual property. And it's many other crimes that it's committing, because I listen to the news, radio and TV. I watch TV and I listen to the news on the radio. And immigrants came into America and really did that. Americans say that all the time. And the blame game is not to be played with everyone, especially those of us who has no skin in that sort of a game. So Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan, I haven't played with, I'm not expected, no one should ever expect. I don't expect any package to come addressed in voices to me. No, are you expecting that? And that should not have any expectations of Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan being committed or twisting the brains, getting in my brains to make me do the devil's works. No, Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan is involved in the life Dora Strachan and Christopher Aloysius Strachan created for Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan to continue the works in which Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan was birthed and like and loved the life mother and father, very decent mother and father, created. Not to be used by the likes of the loves or the gangery, the gang of the gangs of the monkeys, donkeys, horses business in any building, anywhere in America. And sadly, they're branching out across the world. But still, they are met with the same sentiments because y'all can't come here and do that. Y'all can't come in America and do that and get away with it. You might have fooled some of the people some of the time, but right here is a line of demarcation. It's a line where I'm telling you, you can't fool all of the people all of the time. I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan. It attacked me. It made no bones about who it's attacking. And my name, my life, my business is constantly marked by the voices that attack me, that speak ill about me and attack, and went on and goes on and on and on and on as they did against President Trump. And I have examples of how deranged, not just the example of President Trump, but each and every day in the news. I see examples. There are examples now in the law books, in the book of crimes, of how deranged they do stay in America and do and practice the inequities, crimes against people who they set themselves against. Just for the purpose of what? The idiot. Who bred the idiot? You're in a country, America. People are fighting. The most recent fight to get into America was when Joe Biden let them all in. And they came into America, and you come into America and did that. And then think that which American who turned it down, and then which foreigner who turned it down is still and fed it, and was, however, it grew in 35 trillion. And you still expect for the same person, the American or the foreign single taxpayer who have own mouth to feed and clothe and shelter, should still turn around and do a Jesus story with you all? No. It's a no. Emphasis on the no. It's all very much a no. Emphasis on the no. Because, again, who are you all? What do you all do? The F you are, the F you do. So, listen. This ain't my first rodeo. And this ain't my first building, the first building I'm living in since coming to America. And America ain't the only place I've lived. I'm a born Grenadian, U.S. resident citizen. So I know how to compare and contrast situations. This isn't just me speaking from nowhere, as they would like to think. They got that one. They got you. I got you. You know, I got you. I get in my head. I got you. Can I hear one more? I got you in my head from those voices that you hear? No. You know? It's very weird. That plot and the scam and the script is... When does it end? Where is it going? Oh, sure, it goes and comes. It flies the coop and leaves it. But what is the end game? That is a true question about it. I've done my calculations too. I'm doing my calculations. What is its end game? Because it's on game. It's been game time all along. Game while birthing game is a hell of a thing in America. You all ought to see yourselves for who you are and see a target, not as a Jesus Christ syndrome or not as you all, but for who and as the person is. I am Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn. I will not bend to do the things that the devils and the devils, horses, kids, goats, sheep. I'm not supposed to. Not supposed to do any of that. I'm right on track in my own name, life, job, from company business. And while I'm here, I'm doing my job. I've done so much good for myself. And I'm not the bearer of bad news any place. Not in Grenada, the country I was born in and represent. And nobody else in Grenada cannot represent Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn just because I live in America. They would be just as plagiaristic and fraud as those online and in America trying that stunt. And by the way, I also represent, and I'm not doing damage. When I say I represent in America, I represent as being a Grenadian, but I'm a tax-paying, lawful, abiding. I'm not doing damage to America. I haven't done any of that. I haven't come to America and made America a pot to piss and shit in and done so much damage and still doing damage because I turn on the radio and I hear, that's y'all. That's y'all. But I remember too the damage y'all are not just doing only to myself, but to my brothers, my siblings. It's very damaging to families who came in the world traditionally, in a traditional manner, as I did. I'm not saying we were rich. I'm not saying that. However, we're decent folks. Decent folks. I am. And in America, many were called, they called themselves to America. They birthed and called their populations in America. But few are chosen. Many are called, many were called, but few are chosen. Now, y'all, there's many things you all have to learn, and y'all is not, you're not gonna get it through me, because it took me. Let me tell you, it took me. No, it didn't take me. Let me scratch that. I took myself to school, levels of school, and work and study, and might I mention, the taxes I paid is for my own benefit. Because if you don't pay into taxes, you ain't getting any taxes. Social Security. So the taxes Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn paid is for Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn own benefits. Yes. And Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn life is Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn own life. And credit must be given where credit is due. Not DEBT. Because things decided to multiply and add more to themselves to raise and feed at their tables and have an excuse of the single taxpayer doesn't have chit nut chat, so they bred and breed numbers so they can feed themselves off of one loaf of bread. Isn't that the most idiotic story you ever heard? How idiotic is that? Whoever wrote the Bible? Does anybody know? I will certainly research who wrote the Bible, because some of these things are just it's just something Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn could never do in Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn lifetime, with Jennifer Elizabeth Strawn lifetime, and it will certainly kill any human. Any human would die of such controversy. So I ask you all again, what do y'all do? Who are you all? Huh? 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 The F you are. The F you do. My name is Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan. I am Jennifer E. Strachan, DBA Legal Document Assistance and Multi-Services. My number to be reached for, you can reach me at 347-693-4437 and email Jennifer E. Strachan .ldams@workmail.com. If you could, dial the number, send an email, let me know, or don't let me know what I already know. Tell me something I don't know. What sort of services would you like? What sort of services do you need? Aside from business consultations, I am providing advertising services, marketing services, business consultancy services, yes, notary services, paralegal services, legal assistant services, legal technician services. I am open today until 5 p.m. But again, I'm reachable via phone, mobile phone, and email. And you could click the link. I have all of my information, contact information, and bio in my bio.